Hello everyone, good day, especially to those students who are solving this problem. I know you are anxious in finding a solution in order to your program it will run. So this video will help you and guide you and give you insights how you can formulate your own solution in code. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first we are going to open a new an Eclipse and create a new project on it. Okay, for a while a new project. Okay, I'll just name it to electrical billing, then click finish. I'll just don't create. Now I have my project. So next thing that I'm going to do is to create my class. I will name it to electric bill. Okay, and then click finish. So I have now my electric bill. Okay, so then I will also create immediately the main function so that I will test it always since we are basing our problem this our billing statement. So from time to time I will be testing my progress. So I'll create another one, new class, and make it to main class. Okay. And I'll be creating my first object, right, for my electric bill. So electric bill, I will name it to Noreko, and new electric bill. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so first that we are going to do here is to provide a name um, on the top. So first thing that we're going to do is to capture the name. So going back on the electric bill, so we have an account name needed, public string name. Okay, and I'll be creating a function directly to output everything for our billing statement. So this public void um, print uh, billing statement. Okay, then I will create a string print, and this time I'll be using this operator to initially, since later on we're dealing with a lot of variables for us to really targeting the other instance variable, so we use this operator. So I'm targeting this name. Okay. So whatever the name that we have uh, to assign. Okay, so in our object here we can assign to Noreko uh, dot okay, Noreko. For what we have Noreko dot name. Okay, so we have a problem here. We don't uh, create or we haven't create a main function, so we are very excited. So we'll create a main function, public static void main string and argument. Okay, and put it there. So now we can now access Noreko for the name. For the receipt, probably we see it like Susan sample. Okay, Susan sample. Okay, then in order to us to print it, we were calling the method print billing statement to that object no record. Okay, so now when we run this program, we are seeing a result here. Hopefully it works fine. There is no console running. Run. Can we view and show console? Yeah. So it's no output. Let's check. Okay. Since we did not output something here, system dot out dot print line. Then output print. Yeah. Okay, that's it. So run it again. So we have Susan sample. Okay, for us to make it all uppercase, here for the name on the electric bill here, automatically we can use like here this name and then add to upper, meaning the name should be capitalized. All of the letters are capitalized to make it Susan sample. Okay, so we have now. Next thing that we are going to do is the account number. Account number is very tricky in this example since they have a dash I hyphenated, so that is automatically a string for us. So here public string account number, so that is your account number. So we'll just use here print and concatenate plus equals and use the slash n, and remember what is the prompt there, amount number. So it's account number, not account number. So that is a account number. Okay, slash n account number, meaning that's the next line, account number. And since we have tab, I need some tab, probably that's it. And you are going to output the account number using the this that account number. Okay, so the reason that I'm using this is to locate the instance variable on and methods along the class. So it's very helpful for us, especially if we have a lot of variables that we're going to declare. So probably this um, problem will cause a lot of variables, and so to save time in conflicting variables, to really finding the conflict of the conflicting variables. So all we need to do is to classify all those class variables and using this operator to make our code much more cleaner and also to save future errors. Okay, so now it's still print. So here we can now add some data for that account number. I guess that is a string, so 00.0.00. I guess that is number that we found on our receipt. Okay, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. So account number. It's a string. Account number. Okay. So what is the problem? Is that a field? Account number. Okay. So right. So we have 000. Okay. So the next thing that we have to solve, yeah, next thing that we are going to solve is the amount due. Okay, we will just escape for amount now due since there is a calculation for that, and we will just first have the billing date. Okay, so we want that when we run the program, it captures the date for today or the actual date when the program runs. So we will use some of the classes available in Java, and that class is local date. Okay, so we're going to import it on our class. Okay, so we'll just skip first the amount now due. We're going to use first to go to billing date. Okay, for the billing date. So next thing first is to create a function here or to capture the billing date. So I'll use a string for that. Billing date. And this holds the billing date. Okay. So to capture the date, okay, we use to import data like uh, Java library to Java the time, and this time I will use that local date. Okay. So local date. So this is a class local date. So we're going to initialize that local date and name the object date. Okay, then local date dot now. So basically, it just capture the date for today. Okay. So all we need to do is to return the date, but this one is an object one, so we need to output a string since this is a string. So all we need to do is to use the method to string. Okay, this is all common to all class libraries in Java, especially for outputting data. Okay, so I will output the date for today to a string. So instead now we use the billing date for our print. So for our print we will use this one. Just copy and paste everything, and I'll be outputting billing date. Yeah, that's the billing date. And this time use this, but billing date. Okay. So now if we're going to run it, you can see we have 20 20 slash, okay, that's the date for today. Okay, the time being recorded in this video. I have 2021 11 November 24. So we have a kind of problem since the format that we are using here is has an hyphenated. It starts with the month, followed by the date, and followed by the year. So we are not using the format. So in order for us to really use the format here, we can just also use another library. So another library that to do that is datetime formatter. So I will import Java time and format package, and we have date time formatter. So we will going to format the date for that. Okay. So we'll use this class here. So date time formatter, and I will name it a date format is equal to date time formatter and of pattern. So we have a pattern that we're going to have. First is a month, so use the big M, and we have the day, double small d, and years, double we have for small y. So now we can do is to use this format. So instead of using that, I will remove it. I will use date format, that format, and whatever the date for today. Okay, so that's it. So no longer to use that to string, if it's automatically it's a string. The output for this one is a string. So when we run it, we can say that this is the same data format um, on our receipt, right? It's starting with the month, the day, and the year. Okay, that's it. Okay, comparing it a while ago, it's not the same. It started with the year and the month and the day. Okay, so all we need to do is to add slash t for it to align. Yeah. So next thing that we are going to work with is the due date, or the please pay by. Okay, some organization, some of set some before it was printed and given for the billing statement, there is only approximate time for the due date. So we can just count on it from from May. Sorry, that's May. So May 28 to 6. So how many days we have on that? Because May, you can go to the calendar. May has 30. So from 28, so it's first 1, 2, 3 to June 6. So it's only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So meaning it's only 9 days for the due date. Okay, so we will going. So in order for us to you generate um, a due date, so first we have to add days on it. It depends on how many days we will put. So but the program can generate um, a due date from the billing date. So from the billing date to add 9 days, you can have this one. Okay, so we can do it also by using um, the date and time. Okay, so all we need to do is to create another function. We'll use public string pay by, or we can just use due date, and I need a parameter of in a number, and this is the number of days before after the billing date for that. So it's still the same. We want the date for today, so I want these. Okay, then I will add dot plus plus day. So how many days, the not the date for now and plus the days that you are going to enter. Okay, so that's it. So you're plus adding the days for the date for the date for the day. The next that we're going to do is to use this kind of format again here. It's the same thing that we can do, and we have to return it. Okay, then date format. Okay, that format and the date for the day. Yeah, so the date for the day. So all we need to do is to set a string here, public integer, number of days, yeah, number of days. Uh, how can I? Number of days before due date. Before number of days, due date after billing date. So that's it. So how many for that? Okay, so we can, okay, so we can, since we can have that kind, to save that time, we can remove these. Since it's a local variable, we can access it directly here. This number of days. Yeah, so now all we need to do is for the due date to print, just copy and paste it on the print statement. How is, what is the label? Please pay by. Yeah, it's please pay by. Here, please pay by. Then we'll call the due date. Yeah, yeah. Right now we can go set here. So Noreko, number of days. If we set it to 1, we know that the date for today is November 24. So if we set it 1, it automatically it is November 25. So if that is the case, the code, our code is working. So place by, yeah, that's it. So we have November 25. If we set to 10 days, so the 10 days for that is, I guess, that is December. So automatically it will know that that is December. Yeah, it is December for 10 days after the billing date. Yeah, November. So automatically the system knows that is, as long as how you set your billing, the days after the billing date. Okay, then this is enough. Okay, it's probably the same of the billing statement. So all we need to do for next is to calculate. Okay, this is now the amount now due. Okay, so upon seeing this billing statement, I question myself where this 142.1 came from. Okay, so this is the previous payment requested. So based on this billing, you have the previous account of 585.87.83, Every month you have to subtract it by 150 since I have a monthly budget amount of 150 every month. So the previous balance due is 437.83. Yeah, so that is the previous balance due. So this 142 for 142.21 here, probably it came from here 437.83. I just made some calculations and predictions since I don't even own this template. So I found it out that in order for us to get 142.21 is to get first here 437.83. Once we have 547, so I'll just use my calculator here. And I have here my calculator. So the 437.83 here will be calculated or have an interest of 3% or 0.3248. So there's the interest for it. The interest is 3%. We have 3248 is the interest every month. So everyone, as long as there you have a previous balance, um, we have an interest rate of 3.3248 to get the exact of 142 to 1 since this is converted or rounded with two decimal places, it will have 21. So first is you have to use the previous account balance and monthly receipt. So we have to input those things to first in order for us to calculate the previous balance. So all we need to do is to enter, let a create a instance variable here, public double monthly budget amount. Yeah, then we have also the previous account balance. So public double previous account balance. Okay, so this is the two things that we need to input in order as for to calculate. So to do that, we can just directly, no, um, do the calculation. We can create another function here, and this is public double, you can previous balance. Okay, so double balance is equal to, you remember that here, previous balance minus the monthly, you can have the new, you have the result of previous balance, then that will be the basis for our new amount due. Okay, so that is the next first thing that we have to calculate first to get the previous balance due. Okay, so to do that we have to subtract previous account balance to monthly budget amount. So to do that, use this previous balance, yeah, and then subtracted by this monthly. So this one have a value of balance. So we have now the balance. Okay. For us to not forget what we are doing, we have to output like what we can see here, first we're going to output the previous account balance. So going back on the print bill here, we will output. Okay, print. Just add some parameter, separator, /n, and we'll have, yeah, sorry for that. Um, we'll have previous account balance. Okay, remove some sting and the $sign and concatenate plus this previous account balance. So we can have like this. Okay, we forgot to put /n. Yeah, so that's it, right? So next thing is we have to output the payments received. So the payments received, just copy and paste to save time. Payments received, and this time monthly budget amount. Okay, slash still 0 since we don't have add some or initialize some data to those class variables, so we are lacking /t here to, yeah. So based on the example receipt, we have $587.83 for our payment. So go to the main and no reco that previous account balance is 384 something, 587.83, 587.83, 587.83. Okay, and the record that monthly is 150. Yeah, so that's it, right? So we have 150, 587. So we can now output the payments, output the previous balance due. So go back here and copy paste here, previous balance due. Right now we will use the previous balance here and open close parentheses. So print, yeah. So we have here 437.83000. Okay, so I guess we are exactly the same, but we have a lot of decimal values. So we were going to fix it here. So we can use a math round. So math round. Okay, you round it and we times it We only times around it by 2, so we will do this is how we can do it. Times 0.0, 100.0, and it divided also with 100.0. That is the technique that we can have for at least 2 decimal places. So we round it up. So we have now 83. Okay, let's look perfectly the same here. So now we can now create amount now due. Okay, so the amount now due, it is multiplied by 0.32848. Okay, so first thing that we can do is to create a class attribute for that interest, for us not to. In the top you can have public double interest for the previous um, balance. So that's the interest. So right now we can create another function that will um, calculate the payment amount due. So to do that, public double amount now due. Okay, we have double amount is equal to the previous balance, right? Here is the previous balance, the calculated. So this previous balance, okay, then times the interest. So that's it, right? So we can now return it amount. Okay, so we have now amount now due. So all we need to do is here um, in the top part of the billing date, right? I guess that is the on the place. Yeah, amount now due. So copy and paste. The proper term is amount now due. Amount now due. Use it. Amount now due. Open close parenthesis. Okay, and run. So we have 0 since we don't set the value for the interest previous balance. Okay, so go here on the main and no record interest previous balance. We see it on my calculator based on my um, um, call it what I see the solution. So we have 3248, 3248. So 0.3248. So 0.3248. Yeah, so that's it. So we'll run it. So we can have now 142.22207 200 blah 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 7. So we have to round it into 2 decimal places. So the same thing that we did earlier. Here we use math round and the amount times 100.0, close it, divide it by 100.0. So round. So run it again. So we can see now we have 142.21 based on the, yeah, that's the exact amount for amount now due date. Okay, so we are now looking good. So for the dollar, don't forget to have a dollar sign on the print. Yeah, this one. Yes. So we have now the amount due date. So everything on the top is already done. So all we need to do is to add the fees adjustment, the fees adjustment. So we go here, create public fees adjustment. So we can print it here. We have fees slash adjustment, adjustments. Yeah. So just directly use that fees adjustment. So that's it, right? Fees adjustment. No open close. Okay. So we have fees and adjustments. Okay. Next thing that we can have is the current charges. Okay. So the current charges. So we have the current charges. We can create current charges. Current charges. So then we can now have the electric. The electric. Okay. For the electric. So slash D for us the new tab. Electric. So cut off here. We create our electric bill here. Public double electric and output it here. What so happened that there is an underline here, and I don't know why, but we can just run it. Hopefully it will just okay. Proceed. Line number 26 electric. Okay. If slash n slash t electric. It's totally okay, but yeah, so probably it's this one. Forcing it. Okay, sorry for that. So we have electric. Yeah. So we can assign the value for the electric here. The value for electric is 108.30. So Noreco electric 108.30. So that's it, right? Next is the total this bill. So output it again, going back on the printing statement. Then total this bill, this bill. the same thing, it's also electric. Okay, but we'll just add more T to look like on the receipt. Yeah, so it's more than, and then 3. Yeah, so all we need to do is to add on the new total balance. The new account balance is to add on 437 plus 103 to have the new account balance. So we'll create that one for us here. Another method, public double new account balance. It is the amount due, no, the previous balance plus the electric bill. Okay, so new balance, so double new balance equal to this previous. Oh, it's PRI. We have a wrong spelling here. It's still the same. PRI, previous balance. Um, Add with the electric bill. So it is returned to new balance. Okay. So we can output it here, the new total. Okay, remove that one. New account balance. Okay, then output the new account balance. Okay, so run it. So we have 546.3. It's exactly the same here. Yeah, 546.13. It's working properly. So we'll just align it with the other one. So it's run it again. Yeah, so we have 546.13. So we are working. So that is the actual account balance. So we don't need that to write here because we don't have any space. So all we need to do is to use the space here for the summary amount due. So we are now um, we are now on the ending part. So we can have summary of amount now due and this everything. Okay. So summary, we can just here copy and paste summary of amount now due, and we can just copy everything here for us to and rename it um, previous payment requested. So previous payment requested, it's still the same with the amount due, right? 142.21 is still the same with the amount now due. So basically we can use the amount now due. Amount now due. Okay, so run it. So 104.21. So add, okay. Make a slash t here for tab to make make it much more nicer and similar to the receipt. Yeah, so 104.2002. So next thing that we have is the payments received, still the same with the 150 there. So 150 payments received. Um, payments received slash D, and right now the amount, okay, that's it. So run. Yes, that is 150, still the same here on the, okay. So we have to deduct here for the new previous balance due. For the previous balance due, we will calculate previous balance, the current balance now due to the 150 for the current month. So all we need to do, previous balance due. Oh, it's the, yeah, yeah, previous balance due. We're going to do this one to get this data 79. Okay, so here create another one, public double previous balance due, double pre balance due, the amount now due. Yes, the same here. So this amount now due subtracted with the this one monthly budget. Okay. So return pre balance due. Yeah, so that's it. We can output it in here at the top. Can output it. Previous balance due. Previous balance due, and we use the previous balance due. Run it. Yeah. So we have a two problem. We have a negative one. We need positive one. And we have also we need only around it to decimal places. So it's still this. First is we have to make it positive. Still the same. Use the math operator math at ABS. Okay, that turns it to whatever. Every value turns it to positive. Okay, so that's it. It turns now to positive by using this EBS. Now we will round it. Everything here will be rounded to the two decimal places. So again, math that round, enclose everything, then multiply by 100.0 and divided by 100.0. Run it. Yeah, that's it. 7.79, which is the same here. Okay, so everything we forgot CR, everything that I cash recorded. I think that's the name, the meaning for that's cash recorded. So here we can put here plus CR. Here plus CR. And also for the receive at the top, receive. Yeah. So run. Forgot to end the code. So run. Yeah, it's similar for the output. So everything is working fine. So locking is for the phase adjustment, still the same at the top. We can just copy and paste it there for phase and adjustment, and paste it here. Move slash t, remove some slash t here. Okay, run. Yeah, and lastly, we can have okay monthly budget amount. Still the same here for the amount 2. Same thing here. We can just rename it here. Monthly budget amount. So run. Yeah. So everything is working fine. So all we need to do is okay. We now please pay by June. Still the same 142.21. So we can do that adding here. Okay, and we can add right um, just double slash n for the new line for a breathing room. Please pay by, then I'll just copy everything. Pay by uh, June 6. Yeah, it's June 6. So we have a problem since we have a date here. Yeah, we have a date here, but this is a format of day and year. So all we need to do for billing date here, another format. So we can create another format for the billing date. Okay. Pay by. So we can use pay by or due date. So we can add here another one. Public string due date. And other format. But yeah, still the same. For the other format, it needs to have for the other format um, it's still the same here. Every it's similarity same here. All you need to do is for the format we change here. Instead, I use MMM for the month with the 3 letter and with the day, and everything is here. It's exactly the same. So date format. So okay, so here please buy and use this format. So we can see here uh, the due date is November December 4. Yeah, December 4. So here December 4. Okay, still the same, but we just change the format. for the same December 4, and we can output like okay, pays after. Okay, so the monthly budget billing amount is okay. So here we can print to make it save a line, but do not use slash n, slash t, and use here monthly budget billing amount due. You know that is the amount due. That's it. So when we run it, yeah. So monthly budget billing due is 142. Okay, still working fine here. So pay 142.92 after June 6. So after June 6, instead of pay 142.21, it will have an increase. So I also have a calculation for that. So I managed to have a calculation and do some um, analyzation. So it's 0.005 to get that one. So all we need to do is to calculate the interest amount due with interest. So in here, amount due. So first is we have to add public double interest, current balance. Okay, so it will calculate it. So here public double um, public double amount okay, amount now due with interest with interest interest okay, so the interest, so double new amount is equal to the amount due, right? So the amount due is amount now due times this interest. Okay, so you process that first and add this amount now due and add. Okay, and we have to return new amount. Yeah, that's it. So we can just output here as what we see here. Pay 14292 after June 6. So here um, another slash n, and we say pay amount due amount due with interest. Okay, uh, then slash after after uh, this format. Okay, this format. So that's it. So run So it's happened 104 to 1, still the same at December 1. It includes, yeah, sorry for that. Okay, so the reason why it's still have 21, not the same with here, which is 14292, since we don't set that the 0.005 interest. So in the main one, set that example ko interest current, we set it to 0.005. That is the one that I calculated during my analysis. So now when we ran, it's now 100, still the same. 104 to, yeah, still the same. Amount due, yeah, it's the amount due times interest current balance. It's the amount due with interest. New amount. It is still the same. What happened? Um, so what happened for these monthly 140? It's still the same. It should be 120. It should be 14292. So probably there is something error there. So new amount is equal to yeah, this amount now due let us try to output this one. It will output, yeah, 005. Yeah, what happened? Yeah, I said it would point 0. Yeah, 8.00. Interest current balance 0.005. Interest, yeah, I have this run. Yeah, so still the same. It returns this one. What happened? What happened is that is why it's still the same. It's not working in here. We submit interest is equal to 0.005. Still the same that we had. Can we use this one if it's working? Yeah, it's not working, right? It's working 0.24. It's working, but here it is there is okay. It's I have now the problem. we declare it at the after the print, so that is really the problem. So nothing here is a problem. So we set it with 0. We can have 0.005, which is correct. We will return the calculation of this. Yeah, then run. So we have a 32.105. So we need to have to round it with 2 decimal places. So it's very easy. Just use mass that round times 100.0 divided by 100.0. So run it. Yeah, it's still 142.92. Still the same here. Yeah. So everything is working. We'll just have in a final move to output um, those label. Okay. Print /n make checks payable to KC, KCP and L. I guess everything is working good. Yeah, yeah. So we can just fold it over and see the difference. Okay. Everything is from Susan sample from 0000142.21, and the date and also the due date. You know that one, how we calculated that one. 587.83, 1.0.0, okay. 47.83, 0, yes. 103, 108.3, 108.1.3, yes. So 346.13, yeah. 142.21, CR, yeah. 7.79, 150, yes, zeros. One, we forgot, yeah. Its monthly budget here is, okay, is the one that we need to change. It's not the amount due, but the monthly. You can just copy and paste it here. Don't have any pictures. That's not a method. So locking /t there. Yeah, so everything is working good. Yeah, 142, 150, 7.90. Yeah, so everything is working. So it depends how you were going to enter some data here. So we'll just finish something that on our, it's now good to go, but we have to improve something. Okay, so we see some calculated like here for this interest. Some of it is automatically set by the default for the system. So all we need to do is to remove that, and we will going to create um, a constructor for this. So everything that there is a constructor, so if loaded, so electrical bill, electric bill. Okay, so this, yeah. So to save more uh, um, to save more data to pass through on it here. And we use to enter some data to be much more nicer to use scanner to input data. So import. So even though we change that into constructor, it's still the same. It's still working the same. Okay. Okay. To have similar calculations for all the um for all the interest. So we put it on this one on the class constructor. So use import a Java util scanner. So we'll have this scanner input is equal to new scanner system.in. So we have an input scanner. Okay, to prompt system out that print line. Enter an account name. It has to have a nice. You don't need to a nice view. You don't have to enter print line. So instead of this, we use input. So since an integer, this is a string, so automatically use np.next line. Okay. So the same here. Sorry for that. Enter an account number. So still the same. Next line. Okay. Enter the number. Enter the number of days for due date. Okay. So this one still also is a system configuration set by the administrator. So every object can have similar billing date, a number of billing date. So all we need to do is just to cut it off and put it in the on the call it under the constructor. Okay, so it's now monthly budget amount. Yes, that's not all of the user have the same budget amount. So probably this one, enter monthly budget amount. Monthly budget amount. So this one is integer, so we have to convert it. Integer that parse int input that next line. Yeah, yeah. But is the one that includes previous balance. Okay, that is not intended here. The one is intended is this one. All the interest and the number of days, everything is all of these are the same of this configuration. So here Nareko I'll enter an account balance. Okay, enter use account balance. Still double, right? So double that requires double that next line. Okay. Okay, just enter an electric. electric bill, right? Still the same. Use double. Yeah. Okay. And we have to also ask the user to if they want to print tabs. So print the billings statement. Okay. Enter one. Print. Enter /n/t /n/t to close. Okay. 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 /n choose. Okay. Then int choose is equal to integer that parse okay, npt next line. Okay, so if choose is equal to 1, we should print. Else system out print line. Yeah. Okay, program terminate. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so we can now run our finished project. Okay, so we can run it. Enter name, we can name it to John Bernhard. The Leho number 000, that's 00001. I imagine monthly budget of 150. Account previous balance, I will just use like similar, just add 100 to easily check. Still easily check. I will just use 687.83. 687.83. Electrical bill, I will use 208.3, 208.30. So if is one print, so automatically it outputs this one. So my name, okay, okay, then the date for today, and for the due date 687 plus 100. Okay, so the answer is 537.83, which is good. 209, yeah, 0.3, it's still the same. Then we have 747, yeah, it's addition of 200. 47 is, yeah, 47, 150, 142. Okay, everything is working great. So this is how I have a solution for this problem. Hopefully you've learned something to me. That is a wrap. Thank you for watching my this video. Hope you learned something.